All right, we'll get started. Head coach Corey Muscara, Caden Smith. We'll begin with an opening statement from Coach, and then we'll open it up for your questions. Coach?
Yeah, I'm just proud of the guys for, fighting so hard, getting up, being competitive all day today. This guy here carried us. But more importantly, we had a lot of quality at bats. We didn't give in. We didn't leave the zone. I think I heard a stat, some crazy number of 2-out RBIs, which is huge. Shows a lot of grit and resiliency. And I know we played football today, but Sammy Petrocelli was huge. And honestly, Bolvera was pretty big as well. Both those guys had some key bridge spots for us to allow us to keep going. So proud of the boys. We got to get some rest and get out and do it again tomorrow.
Guys, questions?
8 and 9 a.m. This is the most conducive time for a baseball game. What got you guys going? Did you feel like offensively?
Well, it was pretty much just like travel ball to me back in my old days. But, I hopped on the bus this morning and we were jamming music and we all got fired up. And something Coach said to us last night, highlighting the younger guys, how the older guys have had their backs the entire year. And we're fighting to play another day every single day we come out here. So we were ready to go this morning, and my teammates had a great game.
What music?
What was it this morning? I think it was just some rap. I'm not familiar with the rap. I'm a country guy, but it still got me fired up.
And there it is. That sums it up right there.
Not too often guys have a quiet 6 RBI game, but with Jake leading you off the top of the lineup, how important has he been, not just in this game, but all season?
Yeah, we go when he goes, right? Like when he plays well, we play pretty well. You're not going to find, I think Caden would agree with this, you're not going to find too many better teammates than that kid. Obviously he's a dynamic player and there's some ups and downs to his game. But as far as like how hard he plays and how great of a teammate he is, he's unmatched, And so when he plays well, we play pretty well. It's pretty much that simple. We go as he goes.
Was that your best offensive performance of the season yet? I think from top to bottom, offensive performance.
Yeah, I think the key to that is in times we've had good innings, in times we've done some things, but to be consistent all the way through, that's the key, And the reality is we're going to have to do that. We're real light on pitching right now. We got a couple guys down, and Sammy Petrocelli had 1 inning before the Saturday game at Wake Forest. He's now quadrupled his season innings total. I don't know how many teams are going to be going to a guy that 4 days ago had 1 inning in a leveraged spot with the season on the line. But that's big credit to Sammy too. He's kept his head up, he kept coming, and we do these midweek inter-squad deals. Every team does them for guys that don't get reps. And he's had to throw in those, and that's kind of how he had to work back and get his innings. He's coming off an arm injury, and he's starting to feel healthy. So he was big, and we're going to need some other guys to step up and do that as well.
I was going to say, Sammy didn't pitch at all last year at Stanford, right?
No, he had thoracic outlet. Yeah, so he didn't pitch. And, the fall he was a little, trying to get feel for his delivery, feel for his arm action, and then his preseason wasn't the best. But to his credit, when we're playing those Wednesday scrimmages, all year that so many people check out on, he was dialed in, and I kept telling those guys every Wednesday, I'm like, I need some guys to step up. And ironically, and Caden can attest to this, 2 of the guys that threw the best in those Wednesday scrimmages are throwing some of our most important innings right now, him and Jack Fury. So those guys were on the outside looking in, not getting any innings. Now we got the season on the line, and those guys are throwing leverage innings, So it's a testament to kind of staying the course, staying focused, and being ready when your name is called,
Go ahead.
I know this is only the 1 game of the stretch, but Duke's won 9 games in Charlotte over the past 3 tournaments.
You had to jinx that, huh?
Sorry. But
no, yeah.
How does that feel to keep that one going?
Yeah, you know what? To be honest with you, that wasn't even in my mind at all. Like he said, we're just trying to play together for each other, I realize that when you look on paper and you see our record, it's not that impressive. But when you talk about what all these guys have done to come together, in short notice, how hard they've worked, the resiliency this group's had throughout the year, I'm pretty proud of this team. And I don't think any of us want to stop playing together. And all year long, what we've talked about is like our goal is to set up a standard for how we work, a standard for our grit, a standard for our culture, like how we're going to continue to get better, you know? And so for me, like, I'm not really worried about the results. I'm worried about how we're going to compete. And I want to see us compete as hard as we can every day. And that's what I'm proud about with these guys, you know?
Good much. Tomorrow you'll face Virginia. I know you won't be thinking about this, but part of the storyline will be Pollard versus Duke. But how are you guys game planning for that? Because you haven't faced Virginia yet this year.
Yeah, it's like anything else. You got to go watch video. You know what I mean? Like, I know like you're going to hear all the coach cliches, but that's really what it is. You just go back, you watch the video, you look at the numbers, you devise a game plan, and then you get ready to ball. You know, it's pretty simple. The beauty of tournaments and really anything, right, is like you have a process. And once you get outside of your process, I don't really care who you are. You're not putting yourself in the best chance to have success. So we just got to get back to our process and not worry about all that stuff, you know. So.
Hayden, what is it that's kept you guys together over the last month and a half when things haven't gone as well results-wise?
I mean, we're all just boys. Like, we hang out all the time. And this guy right here, he doesn't ever let us stop believing in ourselves. There's so many talks about not only like physical things, but mental things. And it's very uncommon to have a bunch of guys that pull for each other the way we do. And that's been the biggest thing that's kept us together. Because at the end of the day, we're just out there playing ball. And it's fun. It's kids' game. And we just love being out there together.
You mentioned the coach. What's the most important thing you've learned from your coach?
I'm going to keep this PG, but just not what's the best way to put it? It's not caring too much. It basically is just going out there having fun, honestly, and trusting your ability, trusting your work that you put in. That's the biggest thing he's taught me, and to not be scared is a big one too. So I could highlight like 10 different things, but I think that's the biggest one.
Any other questions for these guys? All right, gentlemen, thank you.
What is
sorry.
play tomorrow? Is it too early to ask that?
No, it's not. I mean, I got to check in on Weave. I mean, if he's feeling good and recovering, he's got the ball, you know. Leon is still day to day, so I'm not really sure what that's going to look like. I'm hoping that Hetty can bounce back. We got a bunch of left-handers that can throw, so we'll use those guys. But it'll be some variation of a staff day. You know, before we go back and watch video, the first thing we're going to do is take inventory on our arms and see who's ready to go, and then we'll watch video and we'll devise a strategy. So.
Okay, guys.
All right, thank
Appreciate
you.
it.
Have a nice day, guys.
Favorite country song?
Favorite country song? Fly Over States by Jason Aldean.